How are you? Right. So what led you, Oscar, get into the pet industry? And give me a little story about that, and then tell me how your wife has helped you in the whole process too, because I know one person can't really do the job.
Yeah.
So I know you have to have that help.
Captain, I always say, is what started it out for me. I had a family dog growing up and everything, but
So Captain was the name of your dog?
Captain's my dog. Yeah, he's like our logo. He's on all of our merchandise.
Cool.
It's a giant picture on our van.
Oh, that's him. That's awesome.
That's Captain. Yeah, he's almost 10 now. So that's pretty much like I always loved dogs and animals. I used to breed snakes. I always had fish tanks. Like I was always into animals. But when I got Captain, I was basically 21, and getting into life and stuff, and doing a lot of partying and all that. And Captain was like the thing that I was like, all right, it's not about this, it's not about that. I gotta come home because my dog's gonna be home alone all day. What do I want to feed him? Do I want to feed him crap? Do I want to feed him something good? It became that, and that whole thing became the ultimate rabbit hole for me, where I just ended up going from wanting to make his life better. How can I improve his behavior? How can I improve his nutrition? And then once I learned a little bit about that, people were like, hey, maybe you can help me train my dog.
So what made you then open up your own shop, your own business? Because that's a big leap from getting that 9 to 5, steady income to jumping into this. What got you into it?
I mean, after like 10 years of doing the pet care stuff, we were like fully committed. I met her pretty much not through dogs, but like it was a big mutual interest of ours. It was like, for animals. She had a dog, I had a dog, and we dated, we married, and after we got married and everything, we were thinking about everything. We're like, look, I was thinking of vet school. Vet school is like a 10-year thing. Right. I come out of school in debt, working for someone.
Of course.
I figured let's bite the bullet. Let's start it now. Obviously, like you said, it was a jump. It was
it's a big jump.
Kind of like we got to do it, and I think it happened more organically than with most people. We just kind of started thinking about it. I was still working. I started putting together ideas and concepts and names, and I was talking to my family. And when it became more tangible, we started looking for spaces. And once we found it, I was all in. I mean, I tore out, like I did my build out here. I made this table.
That looks amazing.
This wall, I was.
It looks awesome.
We were all in from day one. So yeah, it was a leap, but like it was a well-timed leap, but like something we were ready for. She worked full time. I was working full time. She still works full time. We made a lot of cool connections, like a lot of cool friends, I like to say. My big thing, man, when I opened this place was like, I just really wanted to, we lived in this area for a while. I was working as a vet tech, so I knew a lot of people in the community, and I just wanted to keep that going however I could. So I'm just happy to be here serving the community. And we made a lot of really cool friends, a lot of cool acquaintances, a lot of cool connections, other people that are trying to do awesome things and trying to do great things for dogs. And like that's what we want to celebrate, we've been here a year, but we want to celebrate with the people that got us here, with the people that are helping make South Florida great for dogs. So it's awesome.
And tell me a little bit how you work that nutrition into the dogs, because I know when I brought my dog in here, he had allergies, and you helped me with the actual food that he was going to be eating. So what is it that you do?
I mean, it's the same thing they say to like people, right? So less processed, more whole, like more fresh. You gotta eat right.
So you're the Whole Foods of.
We don't want to come off as like super bougie either. Like that people are like, oh, they're the expensive store, we can't get in there. Like, dude, we have affordable foods. We're just conscious of them. You know, there's like you go to the. I don't want to start shaming any brands or anything, but you go to the grocery store and you see a bag that's got all these beautiful fruits and veggies, and you're like,
you
okay,
think,
that one's
yeah.
$30, and that one's 10. Like, let me do the right thing, and then you turn that bag over and you realize there's nothing good in there. So it's not really about cost, and there's a lot of people that are trying to do good. They see all the marketing that's tricking them into thinking this is the right product.
Right.
They're spending the money, but they're not really getting the product. So that was a big thing for me, especially in this area that's like, you know, mixed income, let's say. Some people can't afford the more expensive bag of food, so we have affordable options for those guys. What really got me into it is we see a lot of people taking their dogs to vets to give them vaccines, to give them heartworm prevention, if they get worms to deworm, like almost like fixing stuff,
Right.
you know? It's like a car, you know, you take it if your car is making a noise, you take it so that they, oh, it's your whatever, and they fix it, right? What if you just took your car once a year, every 6 months or so? Like, what if you put better fuel in your car? What if you put better oil in your car? What if you change your filter proactively? It's like that stuff. Don't wait till something goes wrong to fix it. It's the same thing we try and apply here. So people are, their dog has diabetes and they're all about insulin, and you know they'll give it and they're okay with the treatment. They're 100% on board. Kidney disease, they'll give subcutaneous fluids. They don't mind. But what if I told you that you could have prevented this 10 years ago? Just start feeding them fresher foods, less processed things. But a lot of reasonable studies that suggest that feeding fresh foods or raw foods, even as a small portion of your dog's diet for once or twice a week or something, is going to give them years over what their suggested longevity is.
Wow,
if your dog's supposed to live 10
incredible.
years, yeah, you're giving them an egg, crack an egg over his food every morning. It's like my favorite tip to give people. Just crack an egg, raw egg in their food once or twice a week. It's a perfect protein for dogs. It's a fresh food. Don't let it sit there, you should give a disclaimer that a raw egg sit there.
So tell me a little bit how you've actually made it through the pandemic. You started, things were good, and then all of a sudden it went a little bad. But you've made it through, which is awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Not a lot of people could say that. Yeah, First year. I mean, you've done great. You've done great. So are you guys doing something different? Are you delivering? Are you doing, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I always say stay water, right? So you gotta adapt. And as soon as it happened,
Bruce Lee.
Exactly, be water.
There you go.
So we had the van already by coincidence, but we were like, this is it. It's time. We're shifting to delivery primarily, curbside. We did all the standard kind of COVID-friendly shifts.
Okay.
Fortunately, and super fortunately, we were able to stay open during the pandemic because we're a pet supplier. And a lot of people were backed up. Chewy was 2-3 week delivery. Amazon Prime 2-week delivery.
Wow.
We're same day, next day. We're still doing pretty much same day, next day delivery.
That's great.
Free delivery pretty much all over Miami. We go from as far as Cutler Bay, some Homestead, all the way up to like Miami Lakes.
That's awesome.
So we're all about it. And
so how long have you been coming to the Good Boy? And tell me your experience coming to the pet store.
So we've been coming here since I think when they opened.
Okay.
We used to buy a lot of her food here and everything. And now we found a place for her to get groomed and fed.
And
She loves it here.
She loves it. I saw that. She was like
you walked
so
around.
happy.
She feels comfortable.
That's good. Normally when you take a dog to a groomer, they are running the opposite way.
Exactly. No, here she jumped out of the car.
Really?
I want to go in.
That is awesome.
And I guess what we've done to kind of like get our clients during this is nothing crazy. We're not out there like trying to convince people to come in here, like obviously we want people to come in here, but it's just being ourselves, being honest people, carrying the right stuff. There's people that come in here for one product and they go, oh my God, those are the same treats, those are the same supplements, those are the same poop bags, and they automatically they're like, okay, we're on the same page here. and that's it. And I think there's a really big community of people out there who want to do right, who are doing well, and like I said, we're here to help facilitate, man. I want to help. I'm not
That's
here.
great.
They say if you work a day, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
I 100% understand that. And I'm not kidding. Ask her, like, we go home and God, that guy told me today that his dog's so much better ever since he started on this food. And it sounds cheesy, but like that's half of it, man.
That's awesome.
Half of it is, like I want to support her and our dogs and our family and,
Right.
you know, support our lifestyles. I don't want a second house and a yacht, nothing like that. I just want to live comfortably or whatever.
But it would be nice, a second house.
That
Yeah.
would be nice.
So let's think a little. Let's think a little more. Let's
dogs.
franchise. Come on, man.
Bigger house for more dogs.
Franchise for me is like to reach more people.
There you. Of course.
I drive all the way to Pinecrest to deliver to some of my clients. I'd love to have a store down there. Just
Well,
to cater to
there you go. Put it out in the universe. It'll come.
There you go.
There it is.
Law of attraction.
Do you have any online scheduling or
Yep.
or programs?
Straight through our website, you can book online. They ask for a card on file, and it's if you no call, no show, they charge 10%, which on the most expensive grooming is like $10 or something like that.
Okay.
If you no call, no show. I'm really good about, I understand stuff happens. I'm really flexible with people. I don't mind moving your appointment. You know, it's just it asks for a card, but you can book online. And pretty
Are you
much
also-
get same day or like next day appointments.
Yeah, I love the delivery. I love that you could bring your dog and do that.
Special order section for stuff that we don't have on hand. There's foods that we also like and we are on board with them, but we can't carry 3 different sizes of 10 different formulas. We're like out of space.
Right.
So if someone says, hey, get me Merrick salmon, I'll get a bag or 2 and I'll keep it in our little special order section for that customer. Am I talking about my clients and stuff?
Right.
So raw foods. This is actually a scoop and pour raw food. So for the people that don't want to have to thaw food and prepare and stuff like that, they have something for you too. These are my local guys, Farm Fresh. They're based in South Florida. Over there in the other freezer, we have Wynwood Dog Food. They're also based here in Miami. So we really like local ourselves.
It's basically like an organic.
not organic, but like
I
high
mean-
quality, fresh, consciously sourced. You know, some of like this is 100% organic. So yeah, there's
Wow.
organic stuff, but you know,
Wow.
bison bone broth, it's hard to find organic bison bone broth. So some stuff gets a little harder to make organic, but for
Right.
sure, it's all high quality. I'm really partial to my local guys, to Farm Fresh and to Wynwood. Fresh foods, raw foods is the way to go. A lot of people, it's not super cost effective. If you have a 50-pound dog, you're feeding one of these a day.
Yeah.
And those are $7 to $10. You know,
Yeah,
so
it's a little
it adds up.
steep.
But you know, what we even do is we use a nice high quality dry food, and then we supplement with this. We put a spoon, 2 spoons, something like that. I like the green lip mussel, but you know, any of your supplements, a little bit of water, and you make them like a little broth
Awesome.
cereal concoction, and that goes a long way versus just dry food. So,
Right.
I really do enjoy talking to people about the mechanisms of how things work and where they work and where they might not work and stuff like that.
That's great. It's great to
yeah.
have somebody knowledgeable like that for your pet, especially when you love your dog like you love your kid.
Yeah.
So Oscar, tell me where somebody could find your information. They need to know your information because you are the man that they need to talk to when it comes to pets,
Well,
right?
we're Good Boy Pet Care and Nutrition, Miami, Florida. I guess we post the address and stuff. But we're really big on Instagram right now. We do a lot of Instagram stuff. Facebook, we cross post, so if we're on Instagram, we're also on Facebook. We do a lot of, we have a website, so it's just goodboypetcare.com. You can check us out on there. That's where you could book. That's where you can see all of our brands. You can call a store. You're more than welcome to call, to come in. Just come in. Like, we're happy to help anyone. That's the big thing, I guess, is come into the store and
Yeah, that's awesome. All right,
talk.
well,
We'll hang out. We'll do whatever.
awesome. Well, thank you again for your time. Thank you for such a good job that you're doing. and you know, keep doing it. That you're gonna
thank you.
you're gonna have 100 different franchises of Good Boy.
Maybe.
You
We'll
put
see.
it out in the universe.